Democratic Alliance is gearing up for their Gauteng Provincial Manifesto launch this coming Saturday at the SAUSVILLE Arena in Atteridgeville, Pretoria. The manifesto launch comes 2 weeks after the DA launched their national manifesto, where they outlined their promises and also their policies ahead of the 2019 general elections. National spokesperson for the DA, REFILOE NTSEKHE, says it is all system goes for the upcoming manifesto launch. NTSEKHE was speaking at the DA's Nkululeko House in Bruma, Johannesburg.
We are ready for the provincial launch. It will be happening at SAUSVILLE in Atteridgeville in Tshwane this weekend, starting at 10 o'clock. We're expecting about 3,000 DA members as well as community members. So we're quite excited, but everything is pretty much in place now.
She says the DA's vision for Gauteng stems from their national manifesto, which aims to create one job per household. She further says everyone will need to come on board, as the government cannot do it alone.
Our vision comes off the national vision, obviously, as an organization, so we can't deviate from that. So the main thing is we want to have one job in every home. We want to ensure that we eradicate corruption. We are also, one of the big things is to say we want to see a job in every home, because it's unfortunate that we still have 10 million unemployed South Africans.
The DA has been vocal about the issue of securing the nation's borders to avoid illegal immigrants flooding our country. However, NTSEKHE says this is not a xenophobic issue, but that every immigrant needs to be documented. She further says for that to happen, they need to deal with corruption decisively.
We need to make sure SANDF is fixed. That's why we talk about professionalizing the police service as well, because in order for people to be properly managed, documented, then you need to make sure you go into Home Affairs, clean up Home Affairs. As much as it's not the key of the five, but they all fit into each other in terms of how you clean up. Home Affairs is very, very corrupt. We need to make sure the officials that are corrupt are dealt with. We need to make sure that SANDF is given the necessary manpower so that they can police the borders and ensure that people don't come in illegally. The DA is not xenophobic. What we want to make sure that is foreigners that come into our country, they are properly documented. We need some of the skills that the foreigners are bringing, and those that are refugees are also properly documented, because if people come from war-torn countries, we must be able to accommodate them. But what we don't want is people who come into our borders and they are not properly documented, and we don't know how then we can make sure that if a child needs a grant, even if it's a foreign child, they get that access to those.
A DA leader, Musi Maimane, together with DA Gauteng Premier candidate Solim Simang, are expected to head the manifesto launch, where thousands of DA members are expected to fill up SAUSVILLE Arena. I'm Precious Molam, Nkululeko House, Johannesburg.